Despite all our potential differences, we'll need to find common ground with ET to make first contact happen.
If we're just dumber than the other civilization, there's going to be some things that they can never get us to understand, no matter how hard they try. You know, I love cats, they're so smart, but there's no way I can ever explain to a cat what the point is when I'm sending a text message. But if we do make contact with another civilization that's reached the point of making computers and telescopes and spaceships, I think we'll have no problem getting a common language and communicating about basic science. And the limit will instead be set by whoever's intelligence is lower.
So it's possible an advanced species could find ways to face the challenges of first contact. But if an alien civilization is out there and more advanced than us, could there be an even bigger issue at play?
Maybe the reason that intelligent aliens haven't ever come to the Earth to visit us is maybe we're just not that interesting.
Is the biggest barrier for first contact the fact that aliens don't actually want to meet us? In the movies, first contact usually leads to an alien invasion. Cities get zapped. Humanity faces annihilation. Maybe ET calling isn't such a good thing after all.
Imagine if we got an intergalactic email from, superioraliencivilization.org, say, hey, we're gonna show up in 30 years. Would we just be like, oh, well, let's get back to watching our reality TV shows and worry about that when they get here? No, we would seriously freak out.
People might freak out. But the truth is, we've been signposting our location into the cosmos for decades.
The Earth has been a detectably technological world for about 100 years. We've been broadcasting signals, and yet that apparently hasn't attracted anyone's attention.
It's pretty noteworthy that none of them has shown any interest when they could have turned Earth into a parking lot if they wanted, right?
Perhaps no one has redeveloped planet Earth because an advanced civilization simply doesn't want to make first contact.
Frankly, if they're that intelligent, they're not going to be very interested in us. So maybe that's why they haven't bothered to make contact.
And if the alien is that advanced, we're probably not very interesting to it. It's a little bit like, wandering around outside and seeing ants on the sidewalk.
An extraterrestrial invasion makes great science fiction. But what do we actually have on Earth that's worth all that alien effort?
How realistic really are these depictions from Hollywood? One common trope is for the aliens coming to devour the human race. But the science doesn't really support this being possible. Would an alien even be able to digest the human body?
When eating, enzymes in our digestive system break down molecules in food. The food we can eat and these enzymes are very specific to the molecules they can attack and break down. The same rules would apply to a hungry alien.
To be able to digest us and for us to be nutritious for them, we'd have to have a very, very similar biochemistry to what exists on the aliens' homeworld, what their bodies have adapted to.
So if it seems highly unlikely aliens would come looking for food, how about a drink?
In order for life as we know it to exist, one needs liquid water.
If aliens live on a barren desert planet, a water world like ours could be highly attractive. While we call ourselves the Blue Planet, our oceans are not unique. The universe offers far greater water resources.
In our solar system, we're finding that most of the liquid water exists in moons around the gas giants.
We believe Jupiter's moon, Europa, has a layer of water ice around 15 miles thick. floating on an ocean up to 100 miles deep. This single moon may have twice as much water as all Earth's oceans combined.
Europa is the water world of our solar system and not the Earth. So if you were an alien looking for water, you wouldn't bother going to a big planet like the Earth to suck it up through some kind of giant straw. You'd go to the outer solar system. You might harvest icy moons.
Instead of working against the powerful gravitational pull of Earth, an alien race could draw water from Europa, where gravity is almost 10 times weaker. So, what other resources have we got to offer?
Maybe aliens come to strip mine the Earth's crust for metals, iron or titanium or platinum. Aliens might use these metals for exactly the same things that we do, for building spaceships, for building their technology.
Such materials could be useful for any alien civilization short on mineral resources. Problem is, a lot of our planet's metals are buried deep in the Earth's interior.
When the Earth formed, the great deal of its iron sunk down into the core of our planet and took a lot of metals with it, so they're actually quite hard to mine on the Earth.
An alien race would be better off prospecting for more accessible minerals situated in the asteroid belt.
In the asteroid belt, there's an asteroid called Psyche, which is made up of pure iron nickel, just like the core of the Earth.
Psyche provides a near 150-mile exposed strip of iron nickel. Yet another reason ET wouldn't need to bother with us.
For my money, none of those reasons would draw aliens to our Earth. All these things can be found far more easily elsewhere.
The possibility of first contact is beginning to sound increasingly remote. The universe throws up massive barriers, stopping us communicating with an intelligent alien race. And they might have absolutely no interest in contacting us. Unless, that is, they already have.
Is it possible that there have been alien signals that we've already detected, but we didn't realize what they are?
Scientists have discovered a powerful cosmic signal that they can't explain. Could this finally be first contact? July 2018. The CHIME telescope in British Columbia detected a short flash of radio energy, quicker than a blinking eye. It's called a fast radio burst.
These are intensely powerful, very, very short-lived radio bursts that can be 1,000 times brighter than the sun at radio wavelengths that arrive and disappear in an instant.
Most fast radio bursts are one-offs, blinking into existence, then disappearing forever. But not this one. A few days later, scientists caught the flash again.
The amount of energy that it takes to produce a burst like this, for us to detect it here on Earth from billions of light years, is immense. And we've run across things like this before. Exploding stars, gamma ray bursts. These are all very strange objects. But that does not explain these because some of these fast radio bursts repeat. So whatever it is that can generate this kind of energy, it can do it more than once.
Light comes in many different wavelengths. Radio waves are the longest, making them good for long-distance communications. We've used radio waves for over 100 years, from wireless radio to TV, from cell phone calls to communications with space probes. Could alien civilizations be using radio waves, but on a much larger scale?
What if we already intercepted alien communications, but we just don't know it?
Our radio television signals only use a very narrow band of radio spectrum. Fast radio bursts are different, and that's a problem.
Here's the thing about fast radio bursts. They are emitting a broad range of wavelengths, so it's not the best way to communicate. If these are aliens, they're not very smart aliens.
It turns out broad-range wavelengths are easy to distort. Think of it as a race. Each runner is carrying a piece of the signal. They start off side by side, but as the race goes on, they crisscross, becoming out of sync, meaning the message they delivered is garbled from its original state. The same things happen with broad-range radio signals, and the physics of the universe is to blame.
There is a very thin gas out there between the stars. And when you emit radio waves, the radio waves interact with this gas. And the way they interact depends on the wavelength you're talking about. If you use a broad range of wavelengths to send a signal across interstellar space, by the time somebody receives it, it can be a little distorted and weird.
If aliens are sending out radio bursts, the signal would be so degraded that by the time it reaches us, we wouldn't be able to decipher it.
As a calling card, not incredibly useful.
Astronomers have turned to weird natural phenomena to figure out the origin of these fast radio bursts. Like the leftovers from a massive star dying in a supernova explosion. These remnants are known as neutron stars.
These weigh roughly the mass of the sun and are the size of a city. And they are formed when a massive star collapses, and a neutron star that is left behind is spinning very often, and if it has magnetic fields, it also produces beams of radiation.
To create the energy of a fast radio burst, these neutron stars would need to be infants, throwing stellar tantrums.
Neutron stars, when they are born, might be much more powerful in their emission. And so perhaps we're witnessing newly born neutron stars that are only decades old, and at their youth, they are so bright that we can see them all the way to the edge of the universe.
Whether these mysterious bursts really are aliens trying to say hello or just a natural phenomenon, this isn't first contact just yet.
I want to be careful here, right? I'm not a naysayer. I'm not going to poo-poo aliens. But, let's go through the other things first, because the universe is filled with weird stuff, and let's see what that is. And if we eliminate all those and all that's left is aliens, yeah, let's talk.
If extraterrestrial species really are out there, our universe makes it extremely difficult to contact them. But in spite of all the obstacles, maybe there is still hope. We once thought there could be 10,000 intelligent civilizations in the Milky Way alone. Now we know our cosmos is filled with planets, just waiting to be found. Our technology is evolving. Searches are expanding. The truth is, when it comes to first contact, we're just getting started.
I'd love for tomorrow morning some sort of interstellar tweet to be beamed at the Earth, and we would then realize that we are not alone in this cosmos.
I'm ready to celebrate. Here we have already a champagne on ice to pop when they find it.
Scientists really do hope we find evidence of extraterrestrial life someday. We have observatories and satellites that look at the sky all day, all night, every day.
The discovery of alien life would simultaneously be, in a way, unsurprising, and yet the greatest discovery in all of human history. Even if life is really, really rare, the universe is really, really big, and so there could be countless alien civilizations out there. But the actual discovery or confirmation of that, I can think of no greater scientific discovery. It would quite literally change our entire civilization.